Dive coasters, flying coasters, tilt coasters, LSM launches. If you're a theme park fan, you probably think you know who designed these rides. The box track and the inverted trains, you know the manufacturers, but what if I told you you're wrong? This isn't a B&M dive machine, this is a Jinma vertical roller coaster. This isn't Vekoma's patented tilt coaster system from the 90s, this is the Jinma Venom tilt coaster. And that high-speed launch, that's not Intamin or SNS, it's Jinma's catapult coaster, and these are just a few of many examples. Welcome to the world of Jinma Rides, also known as Golden Horse, a Chinese manufacturer who in recent years has been gaining some serious traction and interest from the Western world. But their foundation? What Chinese companies often do best, building subpar technology with stolen designs. Back in 2012, Italian manufacturer Zamperla successfully sued Jinma in a U.S. federal court in Florida, leading to a decision that found Jinma guilty of unfair competition and trademark infringement. This court found Jinma liable for over $91 million in damages for illegally copying over 80 different ride designs. 80, almost 3 times as many rides that RMC even has. This wasn't just inspiration, this is straight cloning. The ruling led to the company reportedly being banned, or at least having their materials seized at the IAAPA, also known as IAAPA, trade show, the biggest amusement park convention in the world. So what inspired this video? It's the fact that they were recently allowed back on the IAAPA floor this year. The ban has been effectively dismissed by the industry, which sends a bit of a worrying message worthy of discussion. The question isn't just what they're doing, but why we are letting them get away with it. You might be wondering why anybody cares. After all, who doesn't want more coasters for cheaper? But here's the reason Jinma's business model is a fundamental risk that is actively killing the coaster industry as we know it. When Intamin develops a new LSM launch system, or when Vekoma designs a new generation tilt track, or even when B&M perfects a box spine design, they spend tens of millions of dollars and countless hours engineering on research and development. This is the cost of innovation. That cost is protected by a cool little thing called patents, something that doesn't seem to apply to many Chinese corporations. Allegedly, Jinma skips that entire step. They manufacture a visibly similar, often structurally cloned ride at a fraction of the cost. They offer parks, particularly in Asia, a budget option. This takes clients and money directly out of the pockets of the original manufacturers who need that revenue to fund the next generation of revolutionary rides. Even if the rides meet the same quality for a cheaper price, the innovation stagnates. Why invest $20 million into a groundbreaking system if a company can legally, in their home country, steal the design for free, produce it for $5 million, and sell it for $10 million? The Chinese don't care about the Western legal system, but we as consumers and enthusiasts should care about the long-term price of cheap thrills. Now, I know this is a controversial topic, and there are many who argue that any new coaster is a good coaster, but this is my personal opinion, and I can't support a business model built on stealing patented intellectual property. It's not just unethical, but dangerous to the future of the entire coaster industry. But let's be fair, it wouldn't be a discussion if we didn't give credit where credit is due. The truth is, Jinma is no longer just a copycat. The forced investment into R&D, perhaps due to the increased scrutiny, is starting to show some results. And I'm going to say something that might get me canceled. Their new rides might actually be better than B&M's most recent output. Just look at their modern LSM launch coasters and their newer inverted designs. Enthusiasts are starting to notice a level of smoothness and dynamic pacing that honestly just feels like a breath of fresh air compared to the sometimes repetitive elements we've seen recently from the Swiss legends. For Jinma, the engineering talent exists. The irony is that the same company built on stolen blueprints is now starting to design rides that critics argue are outperforming the company they built their legacy cloning. We also have to acknowledge that stealing coaster designs is not a new concept. Look at the early days of Vekoma. which built its success on taking designs like the aerodynamic shuttle loop and adapting them, or the history of different manufacturers adopting elements from the Schwarzkopf steel-style track. Jinma is just the most recent, most blatant, and most industrialized example of this pattern. Jinma Rides definitely represents a fundamental choice for the global amusement industry. But the question is, do we prioritize cheap thrills and turn a blind eye to legal theft? Or do we support the true innovators, the companies that spend the time, the money, and the effort to design the next great coaster? It makes you wonder, is this pressure contributing to the perceived slowdown and, dare I say, fall off of B&M? And that, my friends, is a video for another day. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you support Jinma Rides? And why or why not? I'd love to see some opinions on such a controversial company. I thank you guys for taking your time to watch, and it would mean the world if you could so much as just leave a like and subscribe, as it would really help support our brand new channel. Thank you, and have an amazing day.